माक्षाः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः यसेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ अग्ने नय सुपथाराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठां ते नमवुक्तिं विधेम ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ न ब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसि जायतामाराष्ट्रे राजन्यशूरैषव्योतिव्याधी महारथो जायतां दुग्ध्रीधेनुः वोढानड्वानासु सप्ति पुरन्धिर्योषा जिष्णुरथेष्ठा सभेयो युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामे नः पर्जन्यो वर्षतो फलवत्यो न ओषधयः पच्यन्ताम् योगक्षेमो नः कल्पेताम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ वाङ्मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितमाविरावीर्म एधि वेदस्य माणीस्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु मामवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. So Aitareya Upanishad, we are now, it's a very important Upanishad among all Upanishad, belonging to Rigveda, and so it is also a part of Aranyakas and Upanishads. That will be the branch or stage of our Vedic literature. Samhita is one. After Samhita, we got Brahmanas, the explanatory commentatorial texts. Then we have got sutras, and then Aranyakas and Upanishads, and then we get into the classical and epic literature and so on. This is how the Veda Pravaha, the Veda Ganga, is trying to go on and on and on. And in this Upanishad, we are introduced to a beautiful thought that the speech and mind, they are always complementary. And also, both of them are always competing each other. The speech is different, mind will be different. But when speech and mind, utterance and the mind tally each other, then it is really a great pratishtha, a great amount of kirti. And so, and again we make a request that please don't make fun at my knowledge of Veda or Gnanam, whatever little I acquired, because I am going to spend my day and night, the amount of knowledge I am going to use. As knowledge and application are very important. Therefore, Srutam me ma prahasihi. Don't try to do that. Because I would go on, but every day, every time, every opportunity, I will try to acquire knowledge. And ahoratran sandadhami, how you should spend time, because kalo gacchati dhimatam, making that as a refrain in the Subhashitas, we have so slokas. How do people spend their time? Dhimatam kala katham gacchati is the question mark. How does the dhimats, an intelligent and achara parodev manushyaha, how are they spending time? Kavya shastra vinodena kalo gacchati dhimatam. So kavya shastra and all that is gnana arjuna. And vyasanena cha murkhanam nidraya kalahenava. You can imagine the percentage. So vyasana andre attachment, dukkham. You keep on brooding over the past and you keep on criticizing others. You keep on feel dissatisfied with one or the other. So that kind of dukkham is more remembered than the santosham. Therefore, vyasanena, then these are all the three things that would simply make us simply worried. So our time is also wasted. There's no use. That's why Shankaracharya has told us, Vrutha vakyam ma ucharyatam, vrutha kopam karayet. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಮಹಾನುಭಾವ. The vrutha vakyam, should not utter sentences wastefully. So there must be artha paro devaha. So like that he says that then there is no kind of prahasana, humor or mocking, etc. And ahoratran, ahaha is the day, ratri is, so ahoratra is the whole day. So how many ahoratras have been granted to us upon this earth by Paramatma when we are pushed into this world? We don't know. But we have only the date of birth, we don't know the date of death and all that. So we have to follow Satyam and we have to follow the Amrutatvam, and then we have to make requests that gurus also should be protected, whoever gives the knowledge, and also ourselves. And repeatedly for emphasis, Vaktaram avatu, avatu Vaktaram, because Guru is constant to all people. But students are variables. They come, they learn, they graduate, and they go away. Amayantu brahmacharina swaha, imayantu brahmacharina swaha. Like that, we have already Aitareya Upanishad telling us that students should be taking admission, study, graduate, and go away. Therefore, the teachers are very important. So now, this Aitareya Upanishad, as we have noted, has got three important divisions. Whatever you call it, a khanda or a adhyaya or prashna or whatever it is, but there are three divisions with some three ideas to be infused into our head. That's what Aitareya Maharshi is doing, because all Upanishads are important, and our Vedas have got their knowledge and wisdom and practicality ending in wisdom or Vedanta. Veda, Anta, Vedanta. So Vedanta, there are three important things. Supports: 1, Upanishad; 2, Bhagavad Gita; 3, Brahma Sutras. But we have to go, when we are students of Vedanta Shastra, these three texts we have to be very familiar, because we learn a lot from them. So in that sequence, Upanishads are
instead of going the long route. Cover 6 ಹೋಗೋದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಪ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ತಗೊಂಡು ವಾಪಸ್.
And Atharvaveda contains maximum number of Upanishads. Rigveda limited, Yajurveda limited, Samaveda limited, but Atharvaveda, because it's called People's Veda, it is containing miscellaneous content, and all kinds of aspects are touched in Atharvaveda. So that's why Atharvaveda was not given importance, Vedic status for a long time. Later on, Atharvaveda has been joined. That's why we know that it is only Trayi Vidya or Traya Veda. And why Atharvaveda is people, means all kinds of information. Therefore, somehow All are Atharvana Sirsha Upanishads. Narayana Atharva Sirsha, Devi Atharva Sirsha, and we have got Surya Atharva Sirsha, Ganapati. And all these Atharva Sirsha Upanishads are able to give us Vidya. For example, Ganesha Vidya is Ganapati Atharva Sirsha Upanishad. Then Savitri Vidya, Surya Upanishad. Then Taittiriya Upanishad, Angirasa Vidya, like that. We have Bhrugu Vidya or whatever you call. So all are Vidyas, all are tools, all are wisdom. So whenever we go to Upanishad, we are having some additional knowledge to our knowledge, because each Upanishad is a Vidya. Each Upanishad is a tool. So in this Aitareya Upanishad, we are saying something different than what you see in the Veda Upanishad, Isavasya Upanishad. So that's a culmination almost. Isavasya Upanishad of Veda, very well known, is only one. Whatever number of yajnas and yagas and kratus and ishtis, however, all this achara, you do it. Because achara prathamo dharmaha, dharmasya prabhurachyataha is Bhishma saying. Because what is the prathama dharma for all people upon the earth is achara. Achara is the sampradaya. Achara is the tradition. So mahajano yena gataha sayeva panthaha. So what path trodden by our great earlier ancestors, rishis and saints, philosophers, etc., that is our pathway. We need not chalk out a pathway for ourselves. If we are able to recognize and go through those pathways already, then we are really benefited, because everything has been kept ready, peeled banana by our rishis. Hundreds and thousands of rishis have been spending time and thought and sharing them to the people for generations together. So they remain always live and green. So our duty is to try to understand, capture, and connect ourselves and try to reduce them. And Achara Prabho Dharmaha and Dharmasya Prabhu Achyutaha. See, Achyuta is Vishnu, no Chuti at all. Na Chutihi Yasya Saha Achyutaha. Chuti is death. Chuti is problem. Chuti is pain. And therefore, all people, all jasa, Devajana, Yakshajana, Kinnarajana, Kimpurashajana, Manushya etc., all people are prone for ending. But there is only one Aja, or one who does not have ending at all. So it's called Achyuta. He remains the same, changeless. And so, for the Achyuta is the president of, chairman of the Dharma. So Dharma Pitha is being occupied by Paramatma. So like that, we have been given the importance of the Sampradaya or tradition, and also the spiritual pathway leading to ultimately the success, the goal to be wisdom. So that is Manisha, Medha, Manisha, Ma Ayatam. So we make a prayer to Medha Devi that we not only Medha, we should have Manisha also. Medha is just intelligence, but Manisha is the discriminational power. Unless you have got the discriminational power, you will not be comfortable with your intelligence. There are people who have got perverted intelligence, commit suicide, commit crimes, etc. So no, that is not recommended. We should have Rujuyatam, Devano Ratihi Rujuyatam, and Devanam Sakhyam Yushe. This is what is the goal of running life. So now, in the text we have got in the first kanda, I just read the entire first kanda, which is there in our Sarva Veda Mantraha, page number 98. You need not search out. You can open that page and start following what it is that. Om Atma Vaidameka Eva Agra Asitu Nanyat Kinchana Mishato Sa Ikshata Lokan Usrujayiti Saimal Lokan Asrujatam Bho Maricha Marichirmarama Podom Bha Parena Divam Yohu Pratishthantariksham Marichayah Prithvi maro ya adhastata apaha saishate menu loka lokapalan nusrujayiti. So Adhyayana Samskrutya Murthayatu. So, Prajapati, anybody doesn't want to keep quiet. If he finds some kind of leisure or some nothing to immediately on priority wise do, so then he will think something. So like that, there was the Atma, the eternal Atma was there at first, before any creation began. So Agra Eka Atma Va Asit. So that's why that Atma, whatever you want to name that Atma as Ishvara or Vishnu or as a Paramatma, because they are constant and they only take changes and take a body. And so a body and the soul both go together, and the Atma which enters into the body, because it wants to sanctify, add more and more knowledge and punyam, etc., and remove whatever karmas are there. So the Atma is there inside any and everybody. So that's why, but Paramatma was ekaha. He was alone, unique. There was no second for him. Even Svetasvatara Upanishad also at the end, Maharshi tells that eka eva, so that Atma is eternal, it is there, and nobody can supersede or oversede that Paramatma, and therefore na anyat kinchanam nishatu. There cannot be second. There can be only, you can always put a sword in one scabbard. Only one king, one chief minister, one governor. You cannot have double governors or double chief ministers or prime ministers. No. So he must be able to have so much administrative help to him, so that he will appoint X, Y, Z and for all portfolios. That's how the administration goes like, and divine administration is still get. Therefore, sometimes we talk Indra and Vishnu are same, Indra Vishnu Ho, because Vishnu only becomes Indra, Vishnu only becomes Agni, Vayu, Surya, Chandra, everything is Vishnu. Vishnorekam Uttamam. So Uttamam Ekam Vishnu. Like that, we have so many statements. So what does it do? Saitshata, after Pralayam, when entire annihilation completed, when Mahapralayam is over, then there was completely vacuum or emptiness, sunyam. And idamba, grasalila asa, everywhere there was water, water and water. In Aruda Prashna also you get the idea. Apa mapa mapasarva asmad asmadito mutaha. So yeah, all people, all rishis agree that earliest thing was water. And there is that one supervisor for all that, because in Lalita Sahasranamam we get that Amavaru is the supervisor. Mahapralaya Sakshini. So even there should be a supervisor, because without supervisor, no worker is sincere. He will say, Kalsa goitu, hokona. But if there is a watch over him, he will be very much fearful and he will do the job perfectly. That is everywhere at all levels. We want some chairman, some president, presiding officer. So that Paramatma, Atma, Lokan Avitshata, he went on, Itshata, Itshana is a strong, deep observation. See, when you look and disappear and ignore, that's normal. Supposing a majestic, Mysore road, that road, you find sea of people, or in cities, sea of people. You never bother about the sea of people. But you look for somebody whom you know, whom you want to meet, or to whom you want to talk. Then that Itshana will become focused. So the Paramatma, nodidane, illa kade nodi mele, ella empty, all things empty. So suddenly he got the idea in him Lokana sruja. Let me create the lokas. Loka has got many meanings. Loka is vision. Loka is people. Loka is the world. Loka is the stationary place. So when there is loka, that's why we call locus, location. All this comes because place. So we want to find a place to do some, to install somebody more, something more. So that's why he thought that Itshata asruja. So whenever you look at things, desires keep on coming to us because desires won't stop at all. They are always continuous, like the waves in the river. So the Kalidasa says in Bhavijnana Sakuntalam, Manorathanam tataprapataha. Tata is the bank, prapata is hitting. Manoratha are like the waves that hit the shore frequently. Now and then, now and then. So the water won't be still, but it will be hitting the shore or bank and trying to grab away land. So that's why you find the rivers expand themselves. The ocean also expand themselves, waters and all that. So here you observe Lokanusrajata usraja iti. Then he did not keep quiet because when you have the capacity, when you have the intelligence, you will definitely be able to fulfill your desire. And because we are always subsisting wants and desire, wants and desire. So you may not be able to fulfill the wants, but you strive hard to fulfill your desires. So the desire and wants in Rigveda, desire, and in all mantras, you find wants and desires. And in even Upanishads also, we have got that. So there is a sequence or series of wants are there, but the wants and desires will vary from region to region, person to person, and all that. So, in fact, I wrote articles, 3 articles, wants and desires in the Rigveda, wants and desires in the Yajurveda, like that, and wants and desires in the Atharvaveda. And some of the articles are published in the Baroda University Journal long years back. But still, I keep one. In fact, I wanted to. So wants and desires in Rigveda, that is mantras. So even that Atma, the eternal, has also a desire, but it is a proper positive desire so that there will be some kind of activity in the world. Because if there is no activity, people are dull. If there is activity, engagement, engrossment, people are busy. So nobody wants to be inactive. Nobody wants to be not doing anything. Krishna said in Gita, Nakopi tishtati akarma kurtu, kurvanneveha tishtati jantuhu. The one or the other will be doing. The best example is the horse. It will not remain standstill. So where you station all the horses is called stable in English. So stability is not there in horse. That's what our indriyas. Therefore, he said, Iman lokana sruchata. So he just created 4 lokas basically. So basically, he created 4 lokas. Then what are the 4 lokas? Ambas, Marichi, Mara, and Apaha. So, and beyond these, there is a Diloka, the celestial world, which is called Ambha. And to all these other lokas, as you see, the support is Diloka. Akasha, idi Akasho nasyat. See, Akasha Sariram Brahma. In other Upanishads tells you the importance of the Akasha, the space. So if there is no space, no sound. If there is no space, there is nothing. So that's why even in our body, we have spacing between organ to organ, member of the wave. That because of the spacing, we are able to be rhyme and rhythmical. But that space were to be expanding or contracting, doctor has to come, or we have to go to that, some problem. Likewise, as in Saura Suktam, Surya Bhagavan is quite harmonious to all people in the world. How equal and harmonious is Surya Bhagavan? like the charmeva magumsi, how our flesh has been completely safely covered by the charma. No dent, no swelling. If dent and swelling comes, it's a problem to the body. So like that here, we have got Ambha, and to all these four lokas, namely Ambhas, Marichi, and Mara and Apaha, Juloka is the support. And the mid-region, Antariksha Loka, that's what we call as Marichi. These are all the new terminology we learn from the Aitareya Upanishad. Because we know only Prithivya, Tejo, Vayurakasha, Panchabhutas, one way. And again, Prithvi and Antariksha and Akasha, these are the three important familiar names that we are going on. But Patala is there. English people translate Patala as the Netherlands. I don't know. So you see in English translations, whenever Patala Loka comes in the Netherlands, and as Bhagavatam tells us, in Patala Loka, Rakshasas are living. In Bhuloka, Manushyas or Martyas are living. And in Interloka, the birds and other such species are there. In Juloka, Devatas are there. So as if all these people were to remain in their own respective lokas, Vishnu is free. He has no problems. But the Vishnu, the supervisor, the eternal soul, he has got a Atma. See, our Atma has got the problem because Rakshasas are fed up. They want to go to heaven. They want to occupy the seat in the heaven, but they cannot go directly to heaven. So what they do is they try to torture, torment, trouble the Martyas upon the land. They come to the land. When Martyas and all gods are troubled, then they go to Vishnu and make them to make avatara. Otherwise, the Rakshasas, slowly they will occupy also the heaven. We have seen in Puranas and all that. Anyway, so the earth is called Mara. Mara means Martya Lokam Visanti. Shine Punye, Bhagavatam tells you, all gods who are enjoying in Juloka, if people stop thinking about them in this world, they have to come down upon the earth and be born. Chine Punye Martyalokam Visanti. Martyalokam Visanti. Again in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also tells you, suddenly Arjuna puts a question, what happens to those people who die when they are doing yoga, incomplete yoga? Then Krishna answers, because his theory is that those who die must born jatasya maranam dhruvam. Then he says, see, they will be yogam srimatam gehe jayate, yoga bhrashtaha srimatam gehe jayate, or he becomes a better yogi. It depends upon the amount of punya and sadhana that one has had. So Ambha is that. I hope you now understand. Iman loka nasajata, Ambho marichihi maram apaha adambha. And parena jauhu divam pratishtha antariksham marichaya. So this is how the 4 plus 1. Avagil plus 1 is important, so plus sign is important. That plus sign is Juloka. And these 5 lokas are there, and the Antariksha is Marichi, where it is a medium. Because of the Antariksha, the Jau and Prithvi are connected. Therefore, Antariksha Loka is very important. And that particular Loka has been attributed to Vayudeva. And Bhuloka, Bhuvaha Agnihi, Antarikshe Vayuhu, Suvaradityaha. So these 3 Vedic trinities, whom we call now, the Vedic trinities have been the rulers of 3 worlds. Agni is the ruler upon the earth. Antariksha is being ruled by Vayu, Vayu Sanchara. Without Vayu, you can see that Dabba split. If you remove all air inside a tin, it becomes a flat. If you push air inside, it becomes good sized. Something like our car tires. Your car tire will be flat when there is no air inside or air has gone out. Again, you push the air inside, it becomes a very easy. So we are always moving, living because of Vayu. That's why Namaste Vayu Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi. We compliment him. You are a Brahma to us. And next sentence you see, Prithvi Maro Ya Adhastata Apaha. See, water is there, but underneath the water, there is earth. Even though you say, for example, Pacific Ocean, 14 miles deep down water, but if you cross all the 14 miles down the water, again you find land. Therefore, Prithvi is the Adharam. Adhara Shakti is Prithvi. So, like that, Saitshate menu lokapala nunnu sujayate. Okay, so having had the lokas being created, again he went on thinking. His thought did not stop. I cannot take care of the entirety. If somebody is elected as a prime minister, there are so many portfolios. He has to relegate one or the other portfolio to all the ministers elected depending upon number of things. Because afterwards he will be chief clerk. What is a prime minister? He is a head clerk of the nation. What is the registrar? He is head clerk of the university. What is the principal? He is the head clerk of the whole university, whole college. Like that we take it. Therefore, the head clerk means he does the all work for administrative jobs and all that. So, Lokapalan Sruja, I want to create their governors who are Lokapalas, so that they will be administering and managing the lokas. And if at all there is a problem, I will be able to supervise, because I don't want to, because I am important. There's something like the administration. Officer will be sitting in the chambers and all workers are there. The manager of the bank will be sitting in the AC chambers. All people, our employees are working, attending on the people. So like that, Lokapalannu Sujayati. And so Adhyayeva Purusham Samudra Dhrutya Murchayatu. From water itself, he gathered up. Then what he did? Samudratu Adhya Murchayatu. Having created the respective protectors for the land, for the lokas that he has created, generally 5 lokas are there. Then again, he did not stop. From the water itself, he gathered up a lump of human form and gave a shape to that. So look at it. Purusham Samudra Dhrutya Amurchayatu. Murchayatu means creating a form. So he gathered that and gave a form and shape to that. In fact, another theory tells that this is something like Aitareya Upanishad. What did God do to create? He must have raw material. Subramanya, what is the raw material for human body? Andre, first he threw a number of bones. Then he threw the flesh. And then he threw the ropes, namely the nerves, etc. And then started creating a skeleton, filling the skeleton with the flesh, and then trying to make the flesh remain intact inside our body with the help of the nerves. And ultimately, the human body is ready. And it will not fall out. However you do, the parts inside your body or outside your body won't get detached or disentangled. They remain. Ordinarily, all the parts remain firm in our body. That's why we make a prayer every day. Say Bhadrang Karne Visrunayama Devaha Stirairangaihi Tushtuvagum Sahanavaga. No part of our body be removed or fallen out or caused or with some infection be removed. So it should be intact. And our prayer is that as we have entered into this world from the mother's womb, we should again get out into the world's womb, Brahmalokam Prayati. So we don't want to go through any kind of operations or surgeries or other this and all that. As you have come, so you go away. They are all said to be Punyatmas. That's why Panayasena Maranam. So Paramatma ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದಾನಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಲಂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಡ್ ತರಹ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಶೇಪ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರಪಂಚಕ್ಕೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. So all human beings are ready-made babies who are born. Unless you are ready-made inside the mother's womb, you will not be ejected. If at all by any problem, what to come out, he should be kept in incubator. Look at the stages. And 1 week in the incubator is equal to 1 day or something like that in the mother's womb. So incubator on 15 days, it is there a baby delivery admele, it's a problem. Ade 2 days, 15 days, on 2 days, continue in the womb, mother's womb, perfect it is. Look at it. So how much knowledge, scientific knowledge has been induced in our Upanishad, that itself is a matter of wonder. And our Rishis are so great. That's why we say Nama Rishibhyaha, Mantra Krutbhyaha, Mantra Patibhyaha, Namo Namaha. And next we have got, so Subramanya Avare Heli, Tamabhyatapatu tasyabhitaptasya mukham nirabhidyata yathandam. Have you the text with you?
Sir. Tamabhyataptasya mukham nirabhidyata yathandam. Tapattasya mukham nirabhidyata yathandam.
Mukhad vacho agnihi nasike nirabhidyetam nasikabhyam pranat vayuhu akshini nirabhidyetam akshibhyam chakshushaha aditya karnau nirabhidyetam karnabhyam srotrat dishaha tvang nirabhidyata tvacholomani lomabhyaha oshadhi vanaspatayo hrudayam nirabhidyata hrudayan manasaschandramaha nabhihi nirabhidyata nabhya apanan mrutyuhu sisnam nirabhidyata sisnot Retasa apaha. Very beautiful.
Mukhad vagvacho agnir nasike nirabhidyetam nasikabhyam pranad vayurakshini nirabhidyetam akshibhyam chakshusha adityaha karno nirabhidyetam karnabhyam strotra dishaswang nirabhidyata tvacho lomani no lomabhya oshadhi vanaspatayo hridayam nirabhidyata hridayan manasaschandrama nabhir nirabhidyata nabhya apanopanam mrutyuh shishnam nirabhidyata shishnadreto retasa apaha.
Beautiful. See, with this retasa apaha, the first chapter, Prathama Khanda of Aitareya Upanishad is done. Actually, we have noted earlier that before we started, we said Parayana, Aitareya Upanishad, Parayana, Adhyayanam cha karishyamaha. So we said that we will do Parayanam. So Upanishad Parayana has a lot of benefits. Of course, you go and listen to lecture on Aitareya Upanishad. That's one different thing. But if you sit in our house and start reciting the Upanishad, it will relieve a lot of contamination and worry in your heart. More so, this Aitareya Upanishad or this Upanishad or Ishavasya Upanishad, because Upanishads are all relieving agents, because they're all Vidyas. Therefore, I am making you to recite as one loudly recites. You all try to catch up because the text is available with you and it will be a part of Abhyasa. Because Parayana Phalam Labhate. For example, Om Namo Narayanayeti ಮಂತ್ರ ಉಚ್ಚಾರಣೆನ ಸಕಲ ವೇದ ಪಾರಾಯಣ ಫಲಂ ಲಭ್ಯತೆ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಕಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ತನಕ ಬೇಡ. ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ knowing the Veda Parayana, of all the Parayanas, recitations, Veda Parayana is top. All other Parayanas, Lalita Sahasranama, Vishnu Sahasranama, Shiva Sahasranama, all these are secondary. But there is no higher Parayana or submission to Paramatma taking their name, because Vedocharana is a great exercise to your vocal cords. And because of that kind of hard sounds and all that which you find in the Veda, there is a large amount of culture, vibration, and a benefit to the entire body inside, or limbs inside. Therefore, every day we have to recite 1 or 2 mantras of the Veda. So Shankaracharya has given us an instruction, Vedo nityam adhiyatam ತದ್ವಿದಿತಂ ಕರ್ಮಸ್ವನುಷ್ಠೀಯತಾಂ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂದವಾಗಿ ಗೌರವದಿಂದ, ಕರುಣದಿಂದ, ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ, ಪ್ರೇಮೆಯಿಂದ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಯ್ಯ, ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆದರೂ ವೇದ ಓದಪ್ಪ. ನೀವು ಓದಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಬರೀ ಓದುವಂತ ಬೇಡ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಲ್ಲೇನ ಆಚರಣೆಗೆ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ತದುದಿತಂ ಅನುಷ್ಠೀಯತಾಂ. ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್, ಅನುಷ್ಠಾನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಬೊರೇಟರಿ. When you go to a laboratory, you have got so many things you will be tempted to do. Idu adu add ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಬೈ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಲಾಫಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಲಾಫಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್. ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಓ ದಿಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಲಾಫ್ಟರ್. ಆ ತರಹ ದಿ ಲ್ಯಾಬೊರೇಟರಿ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರ್ ವಾಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಟು ಅಸ್ when we are taking to the practice of it. And moreover, it is said, an ounce of practice is better than tons of theory. And estondu ide namage. Hage, I have made Subramanyam to recite the entire thing, which will conclude the first section of that. Now we understand what is the base and what is the result, or what is the experience, or what is the produced. So tumba chanagide ile nodidra. ಅಭ್ಯತಪತು ತಸ್ಯ ಅಭಿತಪ್ತಸ್ಯ ಮುಖಂ ನಿರಭಿದ್ಯತ ಯಥಾಂಡಂ. So face is the index of man, and face contains the signature or signals of the body, of the entire body inside. Supposing you are happy, you have got a beaming face. Supposing you have got pain in the body, already get it. Supposing you have got worry in the mind, so everything is signified in your face. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅವ್ರ ಮುಖ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಈ ಮುಖ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ದಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಅಂಡಂ ಯಥಾ ತಥಾ ಮುಖಂ. ಅಂಡಂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಗ್. ಎಗ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಎಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ್ವಿಜಾಸ್. ಸೊ ದ್ವಿಜ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೆನ್, I mean, Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriyas are called Dvijas because Janmana Jayate Sudraha. Everybody is a Sudra. I mean, service-minded, no knowledge. But Samskaradinda, Upanayana Samskarane and Allah, any kind of education that you are given, you are really better, you become twice born. Kalidasa simply has said, what about the women anta helidre, or estondu partiality andre nodira. She says, Shastrena Panditaha Purushaha Nisargadeva Panditaha Striyaha. Actually, Stri do not require specially Upanayana Samskara. Yeno Martara Ara Samajavaru, Berevaru, because these people claim Nangu Upanayana Ilva anta. But actually, women do not require Upanayanam as the boy of 8 years require. Ashtavarsha Bhavet Kanya, and Ashtame Varshe Tanayam Upavita Bhuvanenu. ಸೊ ಈ ತರಹ ನಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಮುಖದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರ, ಸಿ ಅಭ್ಯತಪತು ತಸ್ಯ ಅಭಿತಪ್ತಸ್ಯ ಮುಖಂ ಯಥಾ ಅಂಡಂ ತಥಾ ನಿರಭಿದ್ಯತ. ಅರ್ಥವಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ? ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮೋರ್. ಸೊ ತಪಸ್ಸಿಂದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋ ತಪಸ್ಸೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ವರ್ಚಸ್ವಿ ಭೂಯಾಸಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮವರ್ಚಸ್ವಿ ಭೂಯಾಸಂ ತೇಜಸ್ವಿ ಭೂಯಾಸಂ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಅಗ್ನಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೆಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ವರ್ಚಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ವರ್ಚಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಚಸ್. ತೇಜಸ್ವಿ ಭೂಯಾಸಂ. ಸೊ ತೇಜಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ತೇಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈ ತರಹ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ದಟ್ unless you work hard positively, your face would not remain beaming face, beautiful face, attractive face. And like that, we are all these attributes are for the face, because it is a face is the anda, is the egg. Therefore, yatha andam tatha mukham nirabhidyata. Nirabhidyata means it just deliberately got out from that lump of water or mud. The mouth parted, a mouth parted from the anda. A creature, for example, when the hen madre, you get all the chicken. So chicken are there in the end for so many chicken come out. Hange illi kuda in the moment you have that mukhat, the moment that kind of heat, tapas andre heat. So every hen sits on the eggs, and heat is connected to that egg, and then all chicken come out. Somebody was making a joke. If people keep for a long time in the microwave or some time in that, when you open the door, chicken will get out of that. So this is all something like that. So here, tapas is the most important key to make the anda to generate into some form, shape and form. That's why I see Saodhyayeva Purusham Samudradatya Murchayatu ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ ಆ ಮೂರ್ಛಯತು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ giving a shape, ಆ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ರೂಪವನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಆ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಎಂದು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂಡ is the ಮೂರ್ತಿ, and from there the mukham come. And the remaining part is very easy for us to follow. Mukhat vak, from face, speech came out. And from speech, Agni. That's why Agnir Manavakaha. They say that what is speech? It is a heat, Agni. Agni Mukhavai Devaha. You understand? Our Veda tells you who are gods. All gods have Agni at their forefront. So Agni Mukhavai Devaha. So whatever you have offered to Agni is the mouth for all gods. Therefore, when you do homam, every offering is being drenched with the ghee. Tuppa. Tuppadinda drench agatte. Andre tuppa, ahuti, dravya, and agni. These three combinations, a chemical reaction. Nama Kedarjhanadalli Vedasri anta hondiruva mahanubhavaru ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಿ ಅವರು, ವೆಂಕಟರಾಮ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಆಹುತೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Actually, nobody knows what that chemical reaction takes place. Physical reaction and chemical reaction. Drying hall, it's a physical reaction. Sofa is separate, your teapot is separate. You cannot join. Even if you join, they remain. But chemistry means they lose their identity and become a wonderful taste. So here, Agnihi, Vak Agnihi, and Nasike Agni. So from Agni, two things happened. What is that? Speech and nose. Without nose, because Anunasikas are there. When you have got the Varnamala, even the Varnamala chart is divided into mouth parts. We got labials, we have got nasals, like that, Kakha, Gagha, like the A, I, U, vowels and consonants. So imagine the Varnamala chakra, how beautiful it is there. And for all that Varnamala, for Ucharana, what we want is Agni, energy. If you don't have energy, you can't speak at all. You ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಜ್ವರದಿಂದ ಬಾಧೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ ಮಾತಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ವೋ. ಅದೇ ಅವನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಈ ಜೋರುಗ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಲೋ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರುಣೆಯಿಂದ ಮಾತಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಮಾತೇ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಗ್ನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಗ್ನಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಪಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲೆಂಟ್. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ವಿ ಮೇಕ್ ಅಗ್ನಯೇ ಸಮಿಧಮಾಹಾರುಷಂ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಉದ್ಭುಜ್ಯ ಸ್ವಾಗ್ನೇ ಪ್ರತಿಜಾಗೃಹಿ ಅಸ್ಮಾತ್. Ishtapurte sagum srujetham. So Agni, Aya Agni Deva, please rise up. Udbudhasva. You rise up. What? By far I am being kindled. And the Agni ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಗ್ನಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ನಾವು we are selfish. ಅಂತ ಉದ್ಬುಜ್ಯ ಸ್ವಾಗ್ನೆ ಪ್ರತಿಜಾಗ್ರಹಿ ಇಷ್ಟಾಪೂರ್ತೆ ಸಂಸೃಜೇತಾಂ. Ishtapurti is one which everybody has got to work with. So in order to work with that Ishtapurti, who is that? Energy, Shakti. Andukosara, Yadevi Sarvabhuteshu, Shakti Rupena Samsthita, Namastasya Namo Namaha, Yadevi Sarvabhuteshu, Etanetya Vidiyate, Amavaru Chetana Shakti. Chaitanya Shakti illa andre finished. We are done for. We are flat on the ground. Like your car, your tire is flat, we are flat on this road. Like that, here Nasike, Mugu, and the speech, both are that. And Nirabhijyata. In Nirabhijyata, you should understand the verb force. Ejecting, coming out. See, to come out, to eject, all this requires a basic force. Something like delivery made by the mother to a child. Lot of pushing, lot of energy. Particular energy, at that time only Paramatma gives for safe delivery. And who is that Paramatma? Agni and Surya. Therefore, delivery time only, Dodavar ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, if anybody recites Aruna Prashna. Aruna Prashnadalli ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ takes place automatically. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. The present day people don't know. Immediately the doctor says cesarean operation, cut it out. Normal delivery is best, and people should allow. Neither the pregnant ladies have got patience, nor the doctors have patience, because they will have accepted so many deliveries to take. So ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. No. No, I remember one gynecologist, when she was coming and told me, Prabhakar, I'm going to deliver the baby in 15 minutes. You can ask your astrologist to compute horoscope. See, look at that. But in 15 minutes, I'm going to deliver the baby. How does it happen? So it's a cesarean. But did not take place in 15 minutes and took some more time. But so even the time prescription cannot be also so perfect, but so many conditions are there. Adrinda, the word nirabhityata andre burst out, come out, get ejected. That is the verb force in Sanskrit. And nasikabhyam pranaha. So from nose, there came only one, that is pranam. How does pranam enter into you? Is a good question. Our Aitareya Maharshi tells you, prana enters through your nose. How does God enters into you? Bhagavatam, Vyasa Bhagavan tells, God enters through your ears. He knows the seat for God in the heart is the heart, hridayam. So kathamba devaha manusyasya hruddeshe arjuna tishtami hruddesam gacchati. You cannot see him entering. So through the sounds, that's why we have to recite loudly for some time Veda mantras. When you recite Veda mantras, God enters into your hridayam through your ears. So Shabda Rupena, first gods are sound. That's why Dandin in Kavya Darsa says that Idamandham Tamakrutsnam Jayeta Bhuvanatrayam Idi Shabdahvayam Jyotihi Asamsaram Nadipyate. Shabda is a Jyoti. ಆ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ. ಅದನ್ನ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅದು ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಸಾಜ್ಯಂ ತ್ರಿವರ್ತಿ ಸಂಯುಕ್ತಂ ವನ್ಹಿನ ಯೋಜಿತಂ ಮಯ. 3 weeks dipped in key. I am trying to join that 3 weeks with a vanhi agni, ordinary fire, a fire. But ದೇವ್ರ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ತೋರಿಸಿದ ಮೇಲೆ Divya Jyoti Namostute. So you look at the transformation, how it changes, we can't see. It's beyond our eyes, but beyond our knowledge. But experience is there. ಸೊ ದಿವ್ಯ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಹತ್ಕೊಂತಾರೆ. ನಾನು ದೇವರ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ದೀಪದ್ವಾರ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಬಿಕಮ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಮಂಗಳಾರತಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ಬನ್ನಿ ಮಂಗಳಾರತಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ತೀರ್ಥ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಸಾದ. ಸಿ ಮಂಗಳಹಾರತಿ and tirtha and prasada, they are the ultimate sequence after all puja and all that. So here you see pranat vayu, and then prana entered, and pranadinda vayu. Amele vayu akshini niravidyata. Ee pranagalinda kannu. See, if you are able to see, it's all because of the air inside. ಆ ಪ್ರಾಣಶಕ್ತಿ ಇರೋದನಕ ಕಣ್ಣು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ కన్ను ఆ రెప్పపాటు ಅಂತ చూడండి. కొంతమందికి పోయేటప్పుడు కళ్ళల్లో నుంచి ప్రాణం పోతుంది. అವಾಗ యూ కాంట్ క్లోజ్ ది ఐస్ అట్ ఆల్. సో ది డాక్టర్ విల్ ఆర్ నర్స్ విల్ కమ్ అండ్ క్లోజ్ ది eyelid. Probably you may be knowing that. So how life gets out from our body is well known. Sometimes through the mouth, sometimes through the eye, sometimes through the ear. But our Kalidasa and yogic people tell you that yogena ante tanutrajamani. Through yoga, I am going to give up my body. I am going to give up the body, not the body to give up me. Give me up. Now, henge yoga in martandre. What is the use of yoga? Whatever yoga you do, you can control your body and you can have authority over the prana. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಪ್ರಾಣವನ್ನು ನೀವು ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಣ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಮಹಿಷಾಸುರ ಮರ್ದಿನಿ ಸ್ತೋತ್ರ. Otherwise, in Durga Saptasati, having fought long time with Mahisha, Asura, Devi, ultimately, Mahishasura got tired and accepted to let his pranam be taken away by Devi. That's why in Durga Saptasati, so Kupitantaka, there is a Vashivarnam Bhavatu. Her face became completely dark with anger on one hand. On the other hand, she was so much angry, etc. upon Mahishasura that he was, no doubt, the Devi's Antaka, she is fighting to kill him, Antaka. But a stage came when she became Kupita. So, kairjivate nanu pranan namocha mahishaha kairjivate nanu kupita anta darshanena anta. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಬರೀ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು, ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮ ಋಷಿಗಳ ಬುದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಏನು ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್? ಅಂಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ಯಮ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿ ವಿತ್ ಅಸ್, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲಿವ್ ಅಪ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಅರ್ತ್. ಇಫ್ ಯಮ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಆಂಗ್ರಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ಡ್, you have no chance to continue our life at all. No more bargaining. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ 4 rupees 20 paisa ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 20 paisa ಮೇಲೆ 21 paisa ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಪ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಸೈನ್ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಒನ್ ಪೈಸ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಆ ತರಹ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರಾಣಂ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರಾಣಗಳಿಂದ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, if at all the pranam but to get out from your body, Aitareya Maharshi is very great. It should be either through your nose or through your eyes. And our mouth, because mouth in the breathing parbodu. Mouth breathing martare. Sometimes you see, one time you take breath in yoga practice only, you just inhale through your nose and you leave the air outside away from your mouth. So bayinda bidodu, ಮೂಗಿಂದ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಶಕ್ತಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ, ಮೂಗಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸೋ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಫುಲ್ ದಟ್ ರಾಘವ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ and Srinivas is there. So many people are there. And so that we are trying to note how deep is the knowledge instilled in the Aitareya Upanishad. Though we see 33 mantras, but when you seek to understand, we understand the secrets of our life and how we get the life, how we get our life exited from our body. So body is only mediation to get to the life, to get out from the life. Therefore, everything is there in us. That's why people have introduced Yogena Ante Tanutyam. That's why Krishna always hammers the head of Arjuna. Yogi Bhava Arjuna, Yujyasva Bharata, and also Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. These keywords in Bhagavad Gita tell you that Yujyasva, that is perform. Dharma Chetre Chetre Dharmam Kuru. In every Chetra, wherever you are, your duty is to observe Dharma, to practice Dharma, to teach Dharma, to inspire Dharma. And Dharma is your goal, like that. So Aitareya Maharshi is not, because he's Rigvedic fellow. ಅಂದರೆ ಋಗ್ವೇದಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಅರಿಜಿನೇಷನ್. ವಿ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಮುಲ್ಲರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅಸ್, ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬುಕ್ ಶೆಲ್ಫ್ ದ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟಾರಿಕಲ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್, ಋಗ್ವೇದ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಸ್ ದಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಯುರೋಪಿಯನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೇಕ್ರೆಡ್ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಈ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಓ ಯು ಯುರೋಪಿಯನ್ಸ್, ಓಪನ್ ಯುವರ್ ವಿಂಡೋ ಟು ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಚೇಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಈಸ್ಟ್, ಯು ಸಿ ದಿ ಪೆನೋರಮಾ ಆಫ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್, panorama of academic excellence, and panorama ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ವರ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಈ ತರಹ ನಮ್ಮ ಐತರೇಯ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತು, we keep going with that Parayana and Adhyayana. So with all respect to Aitareya Maharshi and to Veda Purusha, we stop. Om Swasti.
Excellent, sir.
Sahana Bhavatu. Hel Babu.
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ओम तत्सत्। सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु, श्रीवासुदेवार्पणमस्तु, श्रीवेदपुरुष आशीर्वादोऽस्तु। ओम तत्सत्। हरि ओम गुरुजी।